Yo, 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 what is up, guys? Today I'm with a special guest today, Coach Wachtel. He's in place of the legend, the man, the
Dre Biggs.
DJ Biggs. DJ Biggs decided 2-week winter break was not a good time to go on vacation. So 3 days into school, he's now going on his extravagant journey to Utah. The ski.
Do you know where he's going to Utah?
Yeah, he's going to Utah.
No. Do you know where he's going in Utah?
No.
Okay, well then you're of no use to me.
Probably Salt Lake City because that's all that's out there.
Park City.
Park City? Yeah. That's
Oh.
a good place, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know my geography.
Sorry, man.
So, Josh Wachtel.
Stop calling me that. Coach Wachtel is my name,
I'm sorry.
and yelling at Lincoln Strong is my game.
Hey.
Ooh.
We did a rap battle yesterday.
I probably who won?
Me.
No.
I
Actually, yeah,
won the
Josh
vote.
kinda won.
I won I have 6 out of 8 votes.
Maybe we can close our podcast today with an excerpt of the rap battle.
So what's the deal with amateur sports, guys?
Amateur sports is our topic today, listeners. So now you know that's what our topic is.
Be honest. How many listeners are you averaging per show? Like in the thousands?
The
Millions.
Hundreds of thousands.
Okay,
No.
hundreds of thousands. Sounds good, Kai.
Coach Wachtel, we don't have any listeners yet.
That's okay.
This is our first podcast that is
listeners.
going to be published.
I would like to say to all the listeners out there that this is the same boat I was in when I was in college. I had a podcast for a couple years about college football, and I was on a radio show at IU that I produced and was the host for. And we didn't have very many listeners at the start, but guess what? We built a sizable audience of like 20.
Oh, I'm Josh. I'm good at radio hosting.
Who are you?
I'm Coach Wachtel. I'm good at
Yeah, for some reason they think that they can just refer to me in the first person or by my first name, but
The
no,
first
that's not real. So anyway, amateur sports.
Oh.
Go ahead, guys.
Kai Connor, what do you think when you think of amateur sports?
NCAA.
Me too. How do you guys feel about the push to pay student athletes that are at Division I athletes?
I think that's the dumbest thing ever. They're
Why do
gonna
you think that?
They shouldn't get
Because-
salary. Oh, go.
because if they're good enough, then the rest of their life they're gonna be making millions out of their sport. So the colleges don't need to waste their money on paying them.
How about this scenario? Let's say there's a really good collegiate wide receiver. Let's talk about the national championship game. I don't know if
Jake
you guys
Butt.
watched it. Not Jake Butt. Although that is one of the top names of all time.
He's
There's a
very
receiver
good.
for Clemson who's I can't remember his name. It's something Ross, I think, is his last name. He's a freshman. He's really good. Like he's going to be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft when he's ready. But the collegiate football rule or the NFL rules, they have to wait 3 years, right? You guys are familiar with that?
Yes.
So let's say his sophomore year, he tears his ACL, his MCL, and his PCL, and he can't walk. He has no money, and he's done. Like, what do you guys think about that? What about that scenario?
I think they make insurance for that.
He needs to.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's not as good.
it's just not. Maybe it's better than it used to be. But there was this guy who used to play for Alabama who broke his leg and was not able to go in the NFL, and his life was ruined by it, basically.
I think in college the more important thing than athletics is the education. So
Agreed.
because
School is great.
I mean, it's very rare that an athlete is a professional athlete for more than like 20 years. So after that, they're going to need a job
Yeah.
if they don't save their money, which if they save their money, then they're set for life.
But a lot don't. You know?
Right, so.
The thing about it though is it wouldn't have to be the school paying the athlete. It could be sponsorships they get, whether that's like what shoes they're wearing.
Yeah.
Or
That's
just like
true.
yeah.
I know that a lot of like when the NCAA football game, the video game was out, they don't make those anymore. But a lot,
That's so fun.
There's so
actually.
much
It's
fun.
very fun.
There's so
It's
much
like
fun,
it's
but
like
you're not-
Madden, but for football.
there's so much fun. But Madden is also football.
Did you ever? No.
But the argument with that was that a lot of athletes had was that they weren't allowed to put their names in the game, so it's just like left
Numbers.
end number 82 or whatever instead of their name, or as a fake name because they didn't want to pay the athletes. Like, shouldn't you be able to get money off your name? Like Robert Griffin III when he was in college, he was a great college player. Why isn't he allowed to make some money for his likeness? Why isn't he allowed to get some money when people buy his jersey on Baylor's website? School gets money. NCAA gets money. Should the athletes get money? I'm genuinely curious. I don't
Now
know.
to go on a
Like a lot
tangent.
of times they put their numbers like on the
Let's not
basketball
go on a
jersey and just sell them
tangent.
off, but they don't
Exactly.
have like a name.
Like I have an Indiana University basketball jersey. It's number 40 for Cody Zeller, but Cody Zeller didn't get anything from me getting that jersey. Like, do you guys think he should have
Do
gotten something?
professional athletes get paid when people buy their jerseys?
Yeah. I
didn't
don't think
know
they
that.
don't like get all the money. Like it's not like
Yeah.
Dix is handing them money or
commission.
anything. But yeah, they do get something. Yeah.
I think they should have the right to sell like autographs. And nothing's more stupid when a guy gets like suspended forever because they sold autographs. Like
if you're good, you're
entrepreneurship,
good. Like,
get your bread.
Yeah, entrepreneurship, name of the class. Nice.
So, yes, that is the class we're in right now.
Now to go on our little tangent, I wanted to go on.
Okay, go ahead.
In that NCAA football game, did you ever do the customize your university mode? Like you literally could do that. You could create your own college, create your own stadium.
Yeah.
I never played that game.
It was very fun.
I spent a lot of hours doing that.
What's the
that
game
and
called?
MVP Baseball 2005, which nobody listening to this show has any idea what I'm talking about.
No one
but you
listens
could like
to this
become an
show.
owner. That's true. I mean, you three. But like you could make owner mode. You could build your own stadium and stuff, and set prices for like concessions and stuff. It was awesome, especially when you cheated and went to the playoffs and just made your tickets worth like $10 million, and people would sell it anyway. It was awesome. One time I set my ticket so high that nobody came to a World Series game. It was like game
That's
6.
awesome.
Like, yeah, anyway. But I still made
What
bread.
console was that on?
GameCube.
Nice.
Can we rank the best consoles of all time?
Wii has to be up
Wii
there.
or Wii U? I never
Definitely
played a Wii
not
U.
Wii U.
I've never played Wii U.
I have
before.
never played Wii U, but
DS?
Wii original.
Do any of you guys have the Switch?
No,
but
but
it
it's
seems
good.
fun.
I've
seems
played
cool.
it before.
I've only played. Oh yeah, you and I played Mario Kart.
Yes.
Okay, story time. Lincoln Strong and I played Mario Kart on
I'm
the
better.
Nintendo Switch.
I'm better.
My first time ever playing Mario Kart on the Switch, and Lincoln was like, "Ooh, I'm so good at this game." And guess who won? Your boy, Mr. Walktail.
It was all beginner's luck.
It was not beginner's luck. I just owned you because I'm incredible at athletics and racing.
Someone brought a Nintendo Switch last year to winter track meet. I remember.
Yeah,
Is that like
that's
IU?
no
literally
doubt
what we're
that-
talking
Well,
about.
listeners, you
No,
should
I
know
know
that
you.
Coach Josh Wachtel only cares about being tall, and he's really 6'4", but he
I'm
says he's
actually
6'6".
Measure me.
He's
and you'll see.
6'4".
If he's 6'4", then I'm 6'3".
He's not
Yeah.
6'3". He's like 6 something else. I'm 6'6".
You're 6'3".
I'm not 6'3".
6'4".
So anyway, so we have Wii number 1. What's the best Wii game? Wii Sports or Wii
Probably-
Sports Resort? Have you guys
No.
ever played Wii Sports Resort?
Super Smash Bros.
I have-
Or like Mario Baseball. That one's actually
I
very
know
Mario
fun.
Baseball
No,
is
I
so
on
think-
the
fun.
Wii.
Yes.
I think
Really?
you just
So
got to go
fun.
with the classics. I think Wii Sports and Mario
Mario
Kart.
Wii Sports
And
has
just
a
regular
like I still play
Mario.
Wii Sports sometimes. Like I went to my friend's house during break and we played Wii Tennis for like 3 hours.
It's
It was
so
awesome.
much fun.
Like I literally was in pain because we played Wii Tennis.
It's
for
literally
so
good
long.
exercise. If you do the boxing one,
Oh yeah,
especially.
boxing gets your heart rate
with
up.
the nunchuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
what's the number 2
Numchuck.
console?
Gosh, number 2.
I thought we were
console.
voting on best Wii game.
Well, we did. Okay, let's keep going with Wii games. Wii Sports number 1. So that-
Mario Kart has to be
Mario
up
Kart's
there.
pretty
Like,
good. I mean,
Mario
if we're gonna
Bros.
go like Twilight
iPhone.
Princess, the Zelda game, that's a really good game. Do you guys like Zelda games?
I've never played one.
You've never played any of this Ocarina of Time? None of them?
No.
Those games are awesome.
I was
like
satisfied with
super
Mario
fast.
Kart, Wii Sports, and Clash of Clans.
Okay, so the big 3 right there. By the way, and talking about Clash of Clans, the Boat Burners is the number 1 clan in all of Clash of Clans, and Dark Farmers is
better.
terrible.
Look up Lee Greenwood.
And Lee Greenwood is even worse.
Lee Greenwood has the greatest leader of all time.
I don't think that's
How many
accurate.
people do you guys even have in your
I have
clan?
no idea.
Like 20.
Like more than 2.
20 terrible Clash of Clans
All right, we could go on
Let's
and on
not
about
talk trash
Clash
about
of
Clash
Clans.
of Clans.
All
Let's
right,
move on.
we best consoles. Wii's number 1.
Number 2,
iPhone.
Xbox.
I mean, I would say
iPhone.
Xbox. I wouldn't count iPhone, but I see what you're doing there. I would say
iPhone.
probably Xbox. I've actually never played an Xbox One before. Maybe one time. I have a 360. It's
I
pretty
can't
sweet.
remember. I don't think I've ever played an Xbox actually.
Really?
I'm not a big video game guy.
Yeah.
Whenever I do, it's PS4 though, basically.
I have a PS4.
I
Yeah.
have a PS3
Nice.
that I got for free, so I can't complain.
I didn't think you were complaining.
Speaking about complaining, Kai Connor and his
Complains
Christmas.
about his gifts.
What are you complaining about?
It's got like things I already had. I already had 3 like face masks. My parents got me like a 4th one for like
That's nice of
running.
them.
That's good.
You should
Could've
never
used it
complain
yesterday.
about a
It's
gift.
like
Sold
chilly
it back.
weather.
Or we
You
gave
sold it back?
We gave
Kai,
it
you know
Oh,
what? You know what?
wow.
I have something to
I
say.
had
I have
3.
something to
I
say.
got another pair of gloves after I already had 5.
Talking to your mic.
Josh is not even close with Mike.
You know what? I have something to say about that. Kai, at least you have parents who care about you enough to buy you
Amen.
gifts.
Yeah. Always respect your parents, kids.
You know how many people in this world don't have parents anymore because they have either died or abandoned them?
Yeah, Kai. You should be thankful.
This is about gloves. He took it so far one time to like kids in Africa. Like why
Kids
do
in Africa don't have gloves.
That
They don't
funny-
even have food. If you gave them gloves,
Why
I
do they
bet
need gloves?
because
They're
they
in
would turn
Africa.
it in
Funny
for
'cause
money for
DJ
food
Biggs
because they have
goes,
none.
No one
Eat
in
'em or
Africa needs
something.
gloves.
This is a great conversation. Can we not ever talk about any of this again?
Let's talk about.
Let's talk
amateur
about the
sports.
Sorry
wall.
about so no, we're not. No.
Josh
Let's
Wachtel
go
is
ahead.
afraid
Stop
to talk about.
calling me that.
Coach Wachtel is
Thank you.
afraid to talk about the deep subjects
I
that
am
need
not
to be
afraid
talked
to talk
about.
about deep subjects. I just am not going to discuss them with the likes of you. I'm just kidding. But
Coach
really.
Wachtel has no respect for
No,
teams
I'm
in this
kidding.
world.
I'm kidding. I just don't want to. No, I just don't want to do.
Let's
that.
kick
At
him
least
off.
I
at
feel like
least-
the amateur sports.
At least I broke
conversation-
5 before sophomore year.
Yeah, barely. One time.
Breaking
I did it
five
when he was
was
in
Twice.
eighth grade.
Twice.
I did it when he was in 8th grade.
Well, Kai's also a good runner.
And I wasn't.
I'm not.
Well, you're pretty good.
I'm-
You're better than me. Let's talk about Westfield cross country and Westfield track. How about
Yeah,
that?
Yeah,
cross
that's
country.
right.
Well,
Cross
actually,
country.
let's not talk about Westfield cross country because
We didn't do
Ouch.
that good.
Track is
Westfield
just
track,
training for
though.
cross
Oh, baby.
country.
Can we hide?
race of the century will take
Semi-state
place.
cross country
No.
this year.
Bring
The-
back
the
Peyton
biggest-
Hawk
The
2019.
biggest race in the history of Westfield track will take
Oh.
place on Saturday.
Yes.
The Battle of the Northeast, New York versus New Hampshire, Kai Connor versus David Manella. Josh and Lincoln, who do you think is going to take the big W in the race in the 800 between David Manella
800?
and Kai Connor?
David
David
Manella.
Manella, the
Yeah.
the veteran experience,
He has
the
experience,
cannons. He's got it.
and he looks better.
But here's the deal: that they're both really good runners and they're both really good guys, and they're both going to be a very big part of our future, no matter
Law.
what.
That's true.
Just wanted to
That's
say
David is a
definitely
junior,
true.
though.
Yeah.
But I
who's
think,
taller?
I mean,
Actually, I don't know. Who
I think
are you
you are.
taller?
I think Kai's
Well,
taller.
We'll
Kai-
have to figure that
Manella's
out.
a short boy.
what's your 800 PR?
2:09, but that was on a relay.
So
209,
yeah,
he jogged it.
which
though.
that is a great time, but David Manella broke 2 by quite a bit
That's true.
and several times. So, didn't he?
I'm
Several
yeah, he's
not
times
even
in the
broke his
relays.
2 yet, and he's broken it by a
Yeah,
long
so I
ways.
think just based on the experience,
Looking at the data.
Take that for data.
David Manella is gonna win.
Anyway, it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter because it's
David
January,
Manella
and
would
I'm
win
just-
with his backpack
All right,
on.
okay.
I'm just
Let's
kidding.
not make Kai feel bad. Kai's still great.
David
But
Manella
cross
would
country,
win.
Though, who's gonna win more races?
I don't. Who?
You.
Or who's
Kai
gonna-
Connor.
Finish
I
ahead.
don't know.
You.
Cross country is all that matters. Track is training for cross
That's
country.
No.
actually not even
No.
remotely true. No.
Cross country.
Track
and
is
spring
track.
is
Cross
training for
country
winter
is
track.
a waste
Everything
of time
is
where you could be
training
making money.
for life.
Yes.
Think about that.
Making money is training you to avoid debt.
Yeah. Okay.
What about
And-
in 2 years for cross country?
And let's just say,
Josh,
that,
you're so poor you only shop at Goodwill.
hey, a lot
I-
of people shop at Goodwill.
actually good.
It's
rules
kind of
would be
fun.
It's a
I make
great
profit
price.
off Goodwill.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do actually.
Okay,
I bought a jacket at Goodwill for $2. I
Anyway,
sold
that
it
was
for
a terrible question.
I
to
sold it
ask.
for
I think that what's going
25.
to happen is that Kai and David are both going to run very well, and that they're going to become best friends.
Amen.
and Everything will be
Yum.
good. What'd you say?
I said amen.
Oh, I thought you said pain. And I thought you were doing like, what's your prediction for the Fight Club, Erlang? Pain.
We don't talk about Fight Club.
Hey, Rocky movies, including the Creed movies. How many have you guys seen?
I love them.
None.
I've only
seen
seen.
one.
You've seen none?
I've seen 0.
What?
Correct.
I've
Oh,
only
I
seen
have
one
seen
Rocky,
Legally
but I've seen
Blonde,
both
though.
Creeds.
I was going to say rank the Rockies. I've only seen like 2 of them.
I've heard they're good.
Creeds is
Actually, no.
I've
seen
heard
Rocky
both
3
Creeds
for
are
some
Rocky
very
3
good.
I've never seen. Rocky 1's really good.
Rocky 1's very
Rocky 4 is like entertaining but not good. Rocky Balboa, which is not one that many people have seen, is pretty good. It's where he's like super old and he's trying to fight someone still. And the Creed movies are so good, guys.
I love the Creed
Creed
movies.
movies
I
are
think
so
I like
good.
Creed 2 better
I
though.
didn't.
I have a
They were
funny
so really
story
good.
They're
about
both
Rocky.
good.
They're both awesome.
Who wants to hear my funny story about Rocky?
It depends. Is it actually a funny story?
Yeah, so my mom was trying to brainstorm celebrities that like only have a first name because it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like
Like
Drake,
Cher.
Adele.
like Pink.
Cher.
Yeah, all of those.
Obama.
So my mom was
That's fine.
brainstorming. She
That's
didn't list
fine.
any of the.
Obama.
Obama.
This is
What?
last
What's Obama's last name?
This is a joke.
How do you spell ADHD?
ADHD.
Anyway, so my mom was
I-
brainstorming celebrities with only one name, and she didn't list any of the ones we just listed, but the only one she could come up with was Rocky, and he has the last name. That's-
also, he's a fictional character.
Well, yeah, but he has a last name. I don't know. I just thought that
Well,
was funny.
Adele also has a last name. Her
No,
name is-
she doesn't.
Yes,
She was
does.
born and they're like,
Ichiro.
Ichiro's last name is Suzuki.
Drake's first name is Aubrey.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
My sister's name
Imagine
is
What
having-
about
Aubrey.
Eminem?
Imagine being named
Marshall
Aubrey
Mathers.
Graham.
At
Marshall.
Obstrong73 Instagram. Follow it.
Aubrey Graham, what a name.
Speaking of Instagram, I have a lot. Follow me on Instagram. Actually, I don't care.
Jay
We got
Weezy
any likes
Nation.
yet
I
on the
don't care.
podcast?
Follow
Podcast.
Jay Weezy Nation 2 as well. It
No,
is his
actually-
fan page.
It's
Ran
not
by
really-
yours
All
truly,
right.
Max
Whaler.
Whaler.
Let's
It's actually hasn't posted anything for a while.
let's
though.
Like
end
2 years.
this.
Oh, we have to end. I'm
we-
having so much fun. Aw.
We are at 15 minutes. Let's
Oh my
end
God.
this conversation.
How long is
with
this supposed to be?
Rap battles.
No, we did a
Yes.
rap battle earlier and that didn't seem to go well. So
Because I won.
we'll do
It didn't go well for you.
That's not true.
That is true.
I won.
Thank you.
I've heard many rumors that say that Josh Wall lost.
It's
From
true.
Lincoln.
No, I'm just kidding. Can we just? What are you gonna say?
So I was gonna have our guest speaker, Coach Josh Wachtel,
Yeah,
a
that's me.
teacher at Westfield High School.
That's me.
Great education from IU University.
Well, it's just
You know, this is
IU,
kinda
'cause
random.
The U stands for university, but
Coach Wachtel,
IU
correcting me called
University.
Coach Wachtel, reminds me of Dwight and Michael when he's saying assistant. I'm an assistant regional
like when he
manager.
says
assistant
and
to
he's
the
assistant to
regional.
regional manager. Yeah,
Good
the
analogy.
difference is that it's actually not like that in any way.
Let's
Anyway.
have Coach Josh Wachtel end with a funny story.
A funny story.
The funniest story you know
Wow, the funniest story that I
that
know.
actually happened. True story that's hilarious.
Gosh, this is like you needed to give me some time to prepare.
We'll give you some
Here.
time for
Josh
Josh
will
will
keep-
sing his rap.
No, I
while
don't
you
want to do
think.
that. No, the fart was a good story,
It's
but I
not
don't
the
know if it was
funniest.
the funniest story. But none of the things I can think of are the funniest story
fart.
of all time. Do you know about that
Yeah,
story?
I'll tell the story
you
while
can tell
you're
a story
thinking.
about the fart while I think.
Well, I
So
was the one who did it.
I know,
should
but
be
I
the one
need
to say
you
it.
need a third party.
You weren't
So
even there.
I've heard the story so many times in good detail. I will tell the story. So last year in English class, Mrs. Gibbs, a teacher at Westfield High School, and Coach Josh Wachtel, who was then a student teacher at Westfield High School.
Now he's a real teacher. Applause. Continue.
Anyway, Mrs. Gibbs had an English class with Coach Josh Wachtel as a student teacher. And Josh Dykema was in that English class.
It's quite a
And
fun
he was
class.
speaking. What were you speaking about?
It was Animal Farm, and I was saying a very deep, great answer. Like, if it were in a seminar, I would have said that answer. Miss Gibbs would have just been like, oh, 10 out of 10.
He
right
was
away.
answering a question about Animal Farm and giving a great spoken word about it.
Mhm.
And mid-sentence, mid-speech, Josh Dykema lets out a ginormous fart. That is ginormous. Was it
Oh,
juicy?
it was a ginormous fart that was ginormous?
That's right.
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe it besides ginormous. Mid-sentence, and the class erupted into laughter.
That's not how it worked, though. There was a good, 3 seconds of silence, and then the laughter came, and half the class was confused, and the other half was dying.
Well, the good thing about it was
It
that
was
Mrs.
so
Gibbs
funny.
also thought it was hilarious
It
and
was so
started
funny.
to cry because she was laughing so hard. I think that's what made it even funnier.
Good.
You
That
know?
yes.
No, you were, sitting on that weird topic. You were, laying down.
It was so funny. No, it wasn't only funny because farts are hilarious. Don't
Is
at
it?
me. Farts are hilarious,
Jay
but his
Weezy
reaction
Nation.
was also really good.
Yeah,
because it's like, where he's like, sorry, it's all natural, and they just kept going. It was hilarious. It was a good time.
Because, fun fact, Josh Dykema admits to all of his farts. And if you suspect that he's farted and he didn't fart, he will say, I always admit to my farts every time. All right. Good story. What's your Instagram, Josh Dykema?
I don't need to do that.
Okay. Okay.
All right, what's your funny story, Coach?
I actually still don't have one. I don't know. I had one and then it went away. What was it? Crud. What was it? It was funny.
Connor Martin.
Do you guys want to sit here and think about life for a little bit while I think of a good
microwave
we can
story?
share other funny jokes.
Yeah,
too.
go ahead. I had one and I lost it. Keep going. Tell another funny joke.
All right. We'll
Okay,
think about it.
one time in 5th grade, I was with Drew Scanlon. And do you know who Drew Scanlon is?
I do. He was in
You
one of the
do.
classes soon.
Very short. Very
He's
short.
a good young man.
Okay,
He
so
was on
we're-
my basketball
We're
team.
at my
once.
house, and he had this ginormous helmet on. I think it was one of the Mohawk ones or something like that. But we were going into my garage, and I closed it, and he's like, "Wait for me!" And so he goes to jump like over like the invisible fence thing, so that it doesn't like go back up. And so he goes to jump over that, like you know what I'm talking about, the invisible.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. So he goes to jump over that, and he slams his head on the garage door, and just like falls back. And we're like, what the heck? And he's like, it looks like he's crying. He turns over and he's just like dying laughing. And then we tickled him.
Oh, you tickled
No,
him.
we didn't tickle him.
Okay, so this is a story of something that happened a long time ago. It's the story of Kai Connor breaking the microphone right in front of me, which he just did.
Kai Connor just broke the
He
microphone.
just broke the microphone.
That's not even his.
So this was a young man who is on the cross country team who I will not name, and I won't tell you what year he's on the team, but it was very funny because he. I wasn't even coaching at the time. I was just a student at IU, and I went to watch them run at an IU meet. And this kid comes up to me. I'd never seen him in my life. He had no idea who I was. I was just wearing a Westfield shirt, and I was near the camp, and I was a college student. And he comes up to me and goes, "Should I eat this right now?" And it was a single mini muffin, just sitting in his palm. And I said, "Well, when do you race?" And he goes, "In about 5 hours." And I said, "Sure, why not?" And then he said, "Okay," and then ate it and walked away. And then right before his race, they're literally like his heat is about to go. He's about to go into the corral area where they keep the people who are going to run the next heat. And he goes up to me and goes, "Should I go buy a pizza right now and eat it?" And I said, "No, you shouldn't, because you're about to race, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, but I'm still need some food because I ate my mini muffin too long ago." I was like, "You know what, man? Do whatever makes you happy," and just walked away. That's my story.
That's the end of the
mini
story.
muffin is the funniest part because he's like
the one mini muffin.
just a single mini muffin. And then later, hold on, and then I'm almost done. And then later, like 3 years later, one of the other kids on the team at that time, we were on the bus on the way to a meet. And we were just like, I was in the back because I was supervising back there.
Were you a coach at this point?
I think I just started being a volunteer. Like, it was my first year as a volunteer. And he goes, this kid who was there but wasn't the kid who asked me originally goes, "Hey, coach, should I eat this packet of fruit snacks now or should I wait 12 hours? It is pretty funny. Is that the funniest story that's ever happened to me? No, not even close, but it's the best one I could think of in this short time period. If you guys give me time to prepare, perhaps I would have done better.
We'll give you time to prepare next
Yeah,
time. Hopefully
there
you
will
come back.
never be a next time.
Thank you for
I'm just kidding.
listening. Come back next time. Freshfield
yo.
podcast
Yo,
is
yo,
over.
yo. Holla back, homies. This is Coach Wachtel signing off.
Good to see you all.